What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy Goblin, and hey, y'all motherfuckers were ready for part 2 of the Coke Chronicles, I hope, because here it fucking is. Drop a like if you guys enjoy this video. Hope you guys do. And before I dive into that, I want to mention a couple things. First off, just hit 20K on Instagram. Thank you all so much. For those of you guys who don't follow me on there yet, links in the description. Go hit me up on Instagram. I'm active on there. I stream and I smoke blunts on there. It's fun, dude. We have crackhead talent shows on my Instagram where you guys get to go live with me and show your crackhead fucking skills and shit. It's pretty fun. So follow me on Instagram to tune into that. Also, if you guys want to get a free $5 just by downloading an app, all you guys have to do is click the link in the description and download the app called Dosh using my link. It's a free cashback app. You will never be charged. All you have to do is download the app through my link in the description. Connect an eligible debit or credit card. You'll never get charged, and you'll get $5 in your account, and I get $5 too. You can withdraw it. It's a cashback app, so when you spend your money at places like Chili's or Bed Bath & Beyond or wherever the fuck you're going, you can get 10%, 5% back through the app and then transfer it to your bank account. I personally have made over $3.5 grand off this app. You can look on the screen. I'm not kidding. You guys can make money too. This isn't sponsored. This is literally just me making money off the app. You guys can do the same thing. Download it in the description. Get your fucking bread, boys. We all cashing out on this app. Either way, without further ado, let's dive right into it. Coke Chronicles Part 2. Now, in last episode, we left off where I finally got the blow plug Snapchat. But prior to that, I've been going through my friend. I don't remember what we referred to her as in the video. I believe it was Alyssa. I was going through Alyssa prior to getting him on Snapchat. Finally got his Snapchat, so we didn't have to go through her for this plug anymore. So, of course, you know, it's a new day, fresh day right after getting his Snapchat. Hit up my boy Kevin, as usual. Say, what up? Let's fucking link. Let's grab a little blow. Of course, he's down, so I slide over to Kevin's house. Hit up the blow plug for the first time. I'd never hit him up directly before. Ask if he's good. Of course he is. He delivers. This is something I didn't know. When I went through Alyssa, I usually had to go to him. But now, he just like asked where I was at every time. He didn't even ask if I needed him to deliver. He'd just say, where you at? So that was pretty clutch. I was like, damn, this guy's fucking awesome, dude. Great. So I tell him where I'm at. This guy literally flies over immediately, bro. Like, he is 20 minutes away, and it was like the moment I told him my address, he was just like, be there in 20. So it was perfect. He pulls up. I only grabbed a gram on this particular day. I believe Kevin threw a little bit, and we split it because it was only for this night. Now, we didn't really know what we were doing on this particular night yet, and there is a very interesting person who we're going to introduce here. We're going to call him Peter, and he has been in my previous videos, but we've changed his name for privacy reasons to respect him because of what I'm about to say in this video. Peter is a longtime friend of mine. I've known this guy literally since elementary school, but never really kicked it with him a ton. And he started kicking it with Kevin right as this Coke binge was beginning. Not with me, just with Kevin. And he hits up Kevin while I'm with him and asks to hang out. Kevin asks me, yo, do you care if Peter comes through? I'm like, hey, man, I don't care. I haven't seen that guy in a long time. Tell him, yeah, come through, man. Because I was excited to see the dude. Now, he pulls up. I didn't really know if he was just a smoker or what kind of drugs this guy was into. But it turns out he's down for whatever. You know, I tell him I have blow, and this guy's like, fuck yeah, man, let's go. And I'm like, bet, dude, haven't seen this guy in a while. Fun time, you know, fun way to celebrate. Do a little Coke with him. So we're all chilling in Kevin's dining room. We're doing some blow. We're chilling out. We go out to his garage and smoke a little bit. And we're just having a chill kind of night. And you know, as the night progresses, we started hanging out pretty early in the evening. As the night went on, there's a guy who we're going to call Nathan. And Nathan had a garage that everybody would go hang out at. I didn't really know Nathan prior to this summer, but Kevin knew him, and a lot of people that I hung out with started going to this guy's garage to smoke there. I don't know when this guy's garage became a thing, and I don't know what it is with my videos and garages, because there's a lot of garages in my stories. But nevertheless, this motherfucker had the new garage spot. So me, Peter, and Kevin slide over there. I shake up with Nathan, you know, ask what's up. And I'd like known him, like I'd met him before, but we weren't like on anything more than first name basis, really. Like that was about it. I knew his name and that was it. So I shook up with him. We're chilling in there, doing some blow, smoking some dope. It's a chill night. It's kind of a... He's got a nice setup in there. He has like a heater, and then he had like couches surrounding this little table with a big mirror on it that you could do coke off of. A lot of playing cards. They even found, I remember Nathan and a couple other guys there went up to, there was a grocery store, and behind the grocery store they found this little like Pepsi vending machine, those like fridges that you find in like pizza joints where they put the soda. And he found one of those behind a grocery store, and it worked. So they wheeled it all the way back to his house and plugged it in his garage. And it functions fully. It's just one of those cool little Pepsi fridges. It's fucking dope. He had one of those to keep the beers cold. It was a nice setup he had in there. So as this week progressed, Kevin, Peter, and I, slowly kind of became the little trio, and we were going over to Nathan's garage pretty much every night. Now that I had the blow plug, it became a kind of every night ritual where I'd wake up around 2 or 3 p.m., hit him up for blow and maybe some bud pretty much every day, and then we'd all rendezvous and go over to Nathan's garage and play cards, drink, do some coke, and have a chill night. I don't want to say chill night because coke was involved, but it was a night all right. But as things progressed, shit kind of got a little iffy. See, we started throwing in some other shit with the coke during this phase, and reason being, my blow plug actually had some flats. For those of you guys who aren't familiar with what that means, ecstasy. It's not quite MDMA, like it is, but it isn't. It's ecstasy, so it's the pressed version of MDMA, commonly cut with a lot of shit, much less, at least in my opinion, a less safe bet than just MDMA in a cap, And he said he had these, and he was selling these flats for really cheap. I'm going to refer to them as flats from now on. So just remember, flats mean ecstasy. So either way, he's saying he's got these flats for like 10 a pop. I'm like, well, dude, if they're 10 a pop, give me like 5 of them hoes, dude. I'll split them with the homies, and we'll all give them a try. So we were also grabbing coke at this point. This is maybe 4 or 5 days into, just grabbing off this guy every day since I got him on Snapchat. I grabbed these flats. I grabbed some more coke. Of course, we go over to Nathan's garage, Peter, Kevin, and I. And the flats are really what made things start to go wrong here. Not for everybody, but for one individual. As we started taking these, it was pretty chill. They weren't very strong. And honestly, like I had to take fucking 2 whole ones to even feel anything. So they were $10 for a reason, guys. Like they weren't the greatest. I'm not going to sit here and say they were amazing. But they had the drug in them. I felt it. I was rolling. And so were the homies. I gave Kevin a couple of them, and I gave Peter one. Peter just wanted one. Now, what I wasn't aware of going into this is that Peter has schizophrenia. And if I remember correctly, I don't believe he was taking his meds during this binge. I was not aware of that until after events started to unfold and after I'd shared these drugs with him. So it's not like I knew this and caused this knowingly. I genuinely was not aware this was going to be an issue until shit hit the fan. So we, have a good night. We eat this Molly for the first night, go home. Next day, we repeat the same process. And Peter's still completely fine. I'm thinking nothing of it. I have no idea. I'm just like, hey, another lit night. Let's get some more flats, boys. So we did. We went over the next night, did it again. For those of you guys listening, very unhealthy to do it 2 days in a row. Don't fucking do that. This whole series is unhealthy. Don't do any of this. But, especially the flats 2 days in a row. Hey, don't do that shit. But nevertheless, we do it again. And for about a week straight, we were just eating these flats. And we came to an abrupt stop with them when Peter started kind of losing control. And it started where he was kind of like, at first he was just acting very almost paranoid about everything. I remember we went over to Nathan's house one of these nights, probably the 4th or 5th night into doing these flats back to back to back, literally like 4 or 5 days in a row we did these. And it's terrible for you. Don't do it. But we go over to Nathan's house, and Peter lives like 2 blocks, a block or 2 over from Nathan's house, right? And we're sitting in Nathan's garage with the garage door open because it's hot out. We want to get some fresh air. And Peter's freaking out. And he's like, bro, close the garage, please. Like, can I go around back or something? Close the fucking garage, dude. Because he was convinced that his dad was going to walk past and see him here for some reason. And at first we thought he was kidding because he makes a lot of those random fucking jokes. So at first we thought he was kidding, and I kind of laughed it off. But he was really persistent on it. He was like, dude, close the garage. My dad might walk past. I'm like, bro, we've been to this garage for a while now. We've been coming here for a minute, and this has never been a concern until now. Why are you tweaking, dude? And I was trying to explain to him how it's not an issue, and it just wasn't computing with him. He just wasn't processing that this was not a problem. And he's just like, dude, close the garage, bro. If my dad sees me, we're fucked. We're not even smoking blunts at this point. We're just sitting there drinking beers like some adults, nothing his dad would come over and beat him for. We're literally just sipping some Coronas. And he's like, dude, shut that fucking garage. So eventually, we kind of had to take him home because he was just tweaking out. We figured, hey, maybe he just needed some sleep. He told us he didn't really sleep the night before because of the coke. So we were like, yeah, he's just tweaking out. He needs to go to bed. So we smoked him down. We got him stoned and sent him home, right? Went back to Nathan's house. We were like, damn, dude, hey, sorry about that. Don't know why he was tweaking. And chilled there for the rest of the night, Kevin and I and Nathan. Now, man, the next day is when shit really, really started to get weird between Peter and Kevin and I. Peter calls Kevin and is freaking out on the phone. He's saying that he's at the basketball court in our neighborhood, right? And he's playing basketball with another kid who we're not even going to name because he's not part of the story. He's playing basketball with another kid who we know. And he's saying that there were men in black suits that were like there and watching him. And he had to run. And then, like, all of a sudden, he just dipped out of the basketball court. He asked if we could pick him up. So we go over there, and he's not there anymore. And he's gone. He's MIA. He's not picking up his phone. He's freaking out. He's insisting, like, dude, it was the police, bro. People in black suits were watching me at the basketball court. I had to go. And we're just like, dude, what? Like, this is the most, like, nice, suburban, nice area basketball court. Like, nothing sketchy, well lit, dude. Nothing to make you uncomfortable there. And this guy's freaking out, dude. He's like, bro, there's people fucking watching me at the basketball court, dude. I can't stay there, bro. Like, just come pick me up. I need to get the fuck out of here, bro. And he was freaking out, like, genuinely. So we're like kind of a little worried at this point, but we still like weren't there in person for it. So we were still down to link up with him later. But me and Kevin were discussing it, and we were like, yeah, dude, like, what is going on with him right now? Like, why is he acting like this? And we were kind of slowly putting the pieces together. We go link up with him later in the day. He somehow got home. We didn't end up picking him up from the basketball court. We go pick him up pretty late at night. And he opens his garage to go grab some stuff from his house, right? We're sitting in the driveway waiting for him. And he just starts picking things up in his garage and just smashing them. And then bringing random items with us into the car that we just did not need at all. He picks up a Nintendo 64. This hurt my heart, too. This hurt my heart to watch because I have an N64. I love it. He picked up an N64 with Ocarina of Time in it. With the game in it. Picks it up over his head and smashes it on the garage floor. And I'm just jaw dropped at this point. Kevin's like, what the fuck? He smashes the N64. And then he takes like 2 tennis rackets and like a sled. I don't remember if it was a sled or a toboggan. What's a toboggan? I'm Googling what this looks like. All right. This shit looked like a toboggan pretty much, bro. I don't know why that word came to mind, dude. That was really on point. But it was like a sled. It was like a midget toboggan, dude. It was a weird ass sled. This guy, mind you that it's June. It is June in Illinois. This guy brings out a toboggan and 2 tennis rackets and puts them in the backseat of his car. No tennis ball, nothing to hit with the rackets, just the rackets. Then he brings out the broken N64, and he brings out Ocarina of Time with the cords. No controllers, though. And he puts them all in the backseat. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, there's 3 of us in the car. I literally have a sled in my lap right now. And he's like, bro, I'm trying to go sledding on that hill. And I'm like, dude, what hill? It's June. We're in Illinois. Like, what hill are you sledding down right now, dog? And he was really dead set about this. He was like, yeah, dude, I'll just go later, bro. Like, you guys don't have to come with. I was just going to go sledding later. I'm like, dude, what? Pardon you? Like, this guy's going to actually kill himself sledding down like a highway or some shit, bro. Like, what? So either way, I digress. And I'm like, whatever, dude. This guy's tweaking out. And me and Kevin, are just kind of shooting each other looks. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So we pull up to Nathan's house, literally down the block, with the toboggan and the fucking tennis rackets and the N64 in the back seat. We get out. And me and Kevin are talking while Peter goes into the garage and talks to Nathan. And we're like, yeah, dude, don't give this guy any more hard shit. Like, just let him hit the blunt and see if that calms him down. But, like, we're not giving him any more flats and any more blow. Like, we're cutting him off. That's it. Because he had to go through me to get either of those things. So I was like, yeah, I don't care if he tries to pay me. We're cutting him the fuck off. This guy's not okay right now. So we go into Nathan's garage, and we try to keep the usage of the coke to a minimum. We didn't buy any more flats because we didn't want to have him around him. And we tried to only do blow when he was like not looking, or like when we were in our car doing something, when he was like taking a piss or something. So we were mainly just kind of smoking and sipping some Ronas. And he seemed like fairly okay, I guess, for his standard, but he was just talking fast as hell all night. And that was the weird thing. As he got like worse and like started tweaking harder, he started talking faster. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like the paranoia part of it, but like it got to the point where like he would just spit out sentences like a fucking light machine gun, dude. Like he just spray sentences, dude. It was unbelievable. But nevertheless, finally, he just goes MIA. The next day, literally the next day after he brought all that shit out, he just goes completely MIA. And we don't hear from him or anyone related to him or anyone who knows anything about him for a couple days until his brother calls up Kevin off of his phone and says not to hit him up anymore and that he's in the hospital. I didn't get that royalty. I just got blocked. I found out because I texted him after Kevin got that phone call asking if he was all right, and my shit just never delivered. So I just got blocked. So I don't really know what happened on that end, but shit got ugly. And we found out via his brother that he had schizophrenia because we didn't know why the fuck he was in the hospital until he told us. So shit hit the fan pretty quick, to say the least, and we didn't hear from him. I literally haven't spoken to this guy since. I know that he's out of the hospital. I don't know anything else. That's literally all I know. I haven't spoken to him since this incident. But shit literally just hit the fan right in front of me and Kevin's eyes. And after Peter kind of had his exodus from the group, he left the group and, cut us all off or did whatever he had to do, which I'm not blaming him, whatever, Once he left, shit kind of plateaued a little bit, where it was kind of the repeat of me and Kevin going over to Nathan's garage, drinking, doing some blow, and not really doing a ton more flats until we got our hands on a new plug. And that's where I'm going to leave it to the next episode, because I got my hands on a plug who was not a blow plug. We still had the blow plug, but this guy served a lot of psychedelics of very high quality, and those were mixed in. We're going to get to that in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and download Dosh in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.